Hey Pokemon fans, Real Mama Eagle here, also known as Key, and today I'm here to rank the 10 toughest Elite Four members in all of the Pokemon games. The opinions in this video are my own based off the coolness of these trainers, strategy, and what Pokemon they use. Keep in mind I will not be using any Elite Four members from the anime, and I will not be using Elite Four members from Gen 6, 8, and 9 because frankly, they suck. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below letting me know what your 10 toughest Elite Four members are. Now let's get started. Number 10. Lucian from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Lucian is a Psychic Elite Four member, and he's a very big pain if you're not correctly prepared. Doesn't matter what version you face him in, he's gonna be annoying. In Diamond and Pearl, he has a Mr. Mime, a Bronzong, an Alakazam, a Girafarig, and a Medicham. And what's really irritating is he focuses on building up his special attack with Light Screen and Reflect with that Mr. Mime he likes to lead with, then uses devastating attacks like Psychic, Focus Blast, and Earthquake. Not to mention a lot of attacks from the other Pokemon that are really going to rattle at your Pokemon's special defense. So if you're not quick enough, you're gonna get beaten, and then you can't hit his Girafarig with a Ghost move, so you wanna make sure you have at least one Pokemon with a Dark move to take it out. Now in Platinum, he's switched things up a bit. He definitely took down that Medicham and he put in a Gallade instead. He also took down that Girafarig and put in an Espeon instead, which still makes for a very tough battle. Number 9. Caitlin from Black and White and Black and White 2. Caitlin is also another Psychic trainer in Gen 5's Elite Four. Caitlin definitely packs a punch with tough special defense and tough special attack with her Psychic lineup. She has a Masharna, a Gothitelle, a Siglith, and she also has a Reuniclus. If you decide to rematch her, she adds a Metagross and a Gallade, making her party even more versatile and more tough for those steel and fighting moves to add in addition to everything. What's really tough about Caitlin is she will boost her stats using moves like Calm Mind, and she will go for the big special attack with Psychic. But it's annoying because a lot of her Pokemon, they don't just have Psychic moves, they have other moves that can be devastating, like Thunderbolt, just moves that can just throw you off guard. So you gotta watch Caitlin. She can definitely be tough, but the reason Caitlin's so low on this list is because she only has 4 Pokemon. Number 8. Lance from Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Now, I've called Lance overrated on this channel just because in later generations and in remakes, he's much easier to beat. But if you didn't have a lot of Ice Pokemon, it was a pain because there weren't a lot of Dragon moves in Gens 1 and 2. But if you play him in Red, Blue, or Yellow, he has a Gyarados, 2 Dragonair, 1 Dragonite, and 1 Aerodactyl. If you play him in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, he's added a Charizard, and 2 of those Dragonairs became Dragonites. So Lance can be tough if you really don't move quickly enough. He's got those devastating moves like Outrage, and all of his Dragonite do know a special move, Thunder, Fire Blast, etc. So if you're not quick enough, it can be annoying, especially with the Hyper Beam. But if you can withstand a Hyper Beam and make Lance recharge, you could definitely do some damage. If you have Ice and Water, it should pretty much be a mostly easy battle, and then something electric for that Gyarados or Rocks, but it's gonna be a pain battle either way. But I don't know why Game Freak decided to give him all those Dragonite. Number 7. Lorelei from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Lorelei is an Ice Elite Four member in the original Elite Four, and Lorelei was definitely a pain. And it's funny because she was actually the first Elite Four member you saw. What made Lorelei a bit challenging wasn't the fact that she just had Ice Pokemon, but most of her Ice Pokemon had a dual type with either Water or Psychic, so you had to strategize a bit more. In Gen 1, whether you're playing the original or the remakes, Lorelei had a Dugong, a Slowbro, a Jinx, a Lapras, and she also had a Cloyster. And it was a very challenging party to take down. You pretty much had to have something electric for the Lapras and the Cloyster, but the Lapras set had such tanky, annoying defense that it possibly took a couple hits to take it down unless you're really over-leveled. And with the Psychic Pokemon in Jinx and Slowbro, Gen 1 didn't have any real answers for Psychic yet, so you had to kind of strategize. You needed Fire for that Jinx, you needed Electric for that Slowbro, so it definitely was something that made you strategize a bit more, which makes her higher than the others. Number 6. Karen from Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Karen is a dark type specialist in the Elite Four in Gen 2 and very, very tough. She's got a very versatile party, and that party includes an Umbreon, a Houndoom, a Murkrow, a Gengar, and a Vileplume. What's annoying about this party is that it's not fully dark type and it's very versatile. Vileplume can heal itself repeatedly with Moonlight and those annoying status change moves. Umbreon has very annoying sand attack and very high defense. Gengar has Spite that can lower your Pokemon's PP, and Destiny Bond that could take your Pokemon down with it. And Murkrow and Houndoom are annoying in their own right because they have Whirlwind and Roar respectfully. that can basically make you switch out your Pokemon a ton. So if you don't strategize or bring the right types, Karen can definitely be a pain, as her Pokemon definitely have high defense and very good strategies, but she's also one of my favorite members of the Elite Four. Number 5, Agatha from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Agatha is a ghost and poison type Elite Four specialist, and Agatha was very menacing, especially when we were younger. Agatha has a Golbat, an Arbok, a Haunter, and 2 Gengar. What makes this party frustrating is the fact that a lot of their Pokemon have Lick, which can cause paralysis, and then of course there's a Hypnosis and Dream Eater, also another fun combination. Then you have the Arbok that has Glare, and then the Golbat that can consistently confuse your Pokemon. So unless you have ground Pokemon, because all these Pokemon are part poison, you're gonna have a very tough time, because again, in Gen 1 there was no real answer to ghost type Pokemon. So take advantage of that part poison typing that all of Agatha's Pokemon have. Use Earthquake, it'll make your day so much easier, or you are in for so much pain. Number 4, Acerola. Acerola is a ghost type trial captain and Elite Four member in Gen 7, and she's a lot of fun to battle with a very versatile ghost type party. She has a Sableye, a Drifblim, a Dhelmise, a Palossand, and she also has a Frostlass, and all these different versatile typings can be a pain. She has moves that devastate and special attack, but also moves to lower your special defense, which makes those hits land a bit harder. Also moves like Confuse Ray and then Drifblim's great aftermath ability are all things to watch out for. If you have a nice dose of Fairy, Fire, and Water, even Dark too, this will be an easy battle for you. But if you get caught up in the strategy and the abilities that Acerola's Pokemon has, it can be a very tough battle and arguably one of the most challenging battle in the Alola's Elite Four. Number 3, Phoebe from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Phoebe is a ghost type specialist in Generation 3. Spoiler alert, Gen 3 is what remains on the end of this list because that is the hardest Elite Four to date, at least in my opinion. But Phoebe's Pokemon can definitely be a pain. She has 2 Dusclops, 2 Banette, and she also has 1 Sableye. The Sableye can be very annoying because Fairy type wasn't out yet. Now, if you battle her in the remakes, it was, so you'll have a much easier time. But in the original, that Sableye was very frustrating. Her 2 Dusclops are very different. One Dusclops focused on protective moves, and the other Dusclop focuses on devastating moves. And then she has 2 Banette, same deal, where one focuses on burning you, one has Toxic, but both have pretty high moves and special attacks. So Phoebe has a strategy that will whittle down the health of your party while landing very big attacks on you. And if you don't have the right typing, this could end up in devastating results. Number 2, Glacia from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Glacia is an ice type specialist in Generation 3, and oh my goodness, are her Pokemon tanky to take down. She has 2 Glalie, 2 Celios, and 2 Walrein. In the remake, she actually has 2 Frostlasses that replaced her Celio, but either way, no matter what version you play her in, it's a very tough battle. What's really annoying about battling Glacia is the hail that starts automatically because of the Pokemon's abilities and goes through pretty much the entire battle. Not to mention, her Walrein is a tanky nightmare. Takes multiple hits to take it down, even if you have the right moves, and you have the scary possibility of being hit by sheer cold. I know because it happened to me twice. The RNG got me. But no matter what moves you bring, you're gonna have a tough time with tough moves like Blizzard if she does not use sheer cold, in addition to the non-stop hail that just won't go away, making this a very tough battle. Number 1, Drake from Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Drake is a dragon type specialist in Generation 3 and the bane of my existence. He's also the hardest non-champion battle that I've seen in the Elite Four, and when I was young, I got destroyed by him because I simply was not ready. Drake has a Shelgon, an Altaria, 2 Flygon, and a Salamence, and in Emerald, they actually replaced one of his Flygon with a Kingdra. I actually think Drake is tougher in Emerald because Kingdra does not have that ice weakness that Flygon has, thus makes for a tough party. But Drake is going to be a hard time regardless because his Pokemon consist of moves that inflict paralysis, like Dragon Breath and Body Slam. One of Drake's Flygon actually has Sandstorm, which can basically inflict that Sandstorm. You could take consistent damage from that. Salamence has some pretty devastating moves, and in Emerald, one of his Flygon has Earthquake. Shelgon has very annoying moves like Protect, so this can be a very long, drawn-out battle with Sandstorm and with you having paralysis. If you don't have Ice type or strong enough moves to take down Drake's Pokemon, you will probably end up like young me, beaten. I want to see your list of toughest Elite Four members. Don't forget to give me 10 of them, and keep in mind, all answers are subjective. We all use different Pokemon, parties, and strategies in battle, so what's hard for one person may be easy for another person. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and ding that bell so you know when videos are up. I am also Real Mama Eagle on all social media platforms, and I do live streams at twitch.tv/RealMamaEagle. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.